Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here. Good morning everybody. I woke up this morning and I decided that I was going to use an eye patch today, and so I have this cute little one from Tony Moly. It's called My Little Pet Eye Patch, and I got this recently from ULTA, and I wanted to try out something from Tony Moly. And so anyhow, it comes in this cute little package. It's a tray that seals in these little, they're like gel patches, and there's a liner on each side of the patch. One's a paper liner and one's like a plastic liner. And so anyway, it holds the serum in against the patch, and then it all just fits right in this this tray right here, and then you can seal it up. And so anyhow, the patches have a rougher side and then there's a smoother side, and the instructions say to put the smooth side down against the skin and hold, let it sit on your skin for about 30 minutes. And so as I've let it sit here for these 30 minutes, it seems like it's gone from a white, kind of a more opaque color, to a translucent kind of a shade. And so I don't know if the serum is in the actual eye patch itself. It's soaked in there so much that once it gets into your skin that it just kind of, you know, melds together, or what. But anyway, they're quite unique from the other eye patches that I've tried as far as the formula is concerned. It's very, very hydrating. I mean, they're all hydrating, but these are just, I don't know, they're just different. That cooling gel sensation. You know, it's more than just like a, you know, some under eye masks are just like a sheet mask, you know, as far as the fabric is concerned, and you just lay it on your eye and, you know, the serum is there and it works, and, you know, you're happy with it. But this is a bit different. This reminds me of the Tarte Rainforest Under the Sea gel eye patch, somewhat. But anyway, this is definitely a Korean product. This is, in fact, most of the instructions and the reading on the back of the package are written in that language. So it says it's made in Korea, Tony Moly Company Limited, 180 Bang Bay Road, Seocho-gu, Seoul, Korea. So, Seoul, Korea. That's a very big city. A very big city. Anyway, so it's a very well known international company. And isn't that little mascot the cutest little thing you've ever seen? Little mouse. Anyhow, I want to try some more Tony Moly products, but I just wanted to get this one just to try. So anyway, I'm ready to peel this off. It's been on for 30 minutes. And this has not dissolved. I thought that it was, but I don't think it did. So anyway, I'm going to lay those back down in the tray. And I threw the little covers away. But anyhow, what I've been doing is, with my sheet masks, you know, there's serum that's left in the bottom of the envelopes. And so like this one that I used yesterday, this vitamin collagen essence mask. See, I'll show you. I've got this water bottle here, this empty water bottle. Well, it's almost empty. But anyway, I've been collecting serum that's left over from these envelopes in this water bottle. So what I've been doing is I just open up the packet and I just try to tip it over. And let's see if I can show you what I'm doing here. Just get the bottle up close. And I just tip it over and I just pour it in there, because it's such good stuff that you just don't want any of it to go to waste. So, being the frugal woman that I am, And you have to understand me and my conservative ways. I was raised by my mother, who was an only child, and her mother was a single mother. My grandmother was a single woman for many years, and she had to work to, you know, support my mom and take care of the house and everything. And she worked outside the home. And so anyway, this is the latter part of the Depression. My mother was born in 1937, and my grandmother sometimes had to work overtime just to have milk for my mom. And so because of everything being so tight back then, these women that were working, you know, this is during a wartime, and they worked on in these jobs, like these factories that made ammunition, and they supported, you know, there's all types of metal parts for planes, and, you know, all the things that went into the, you know, helping with the war projects. And so anyhow, these women were working in these factories to support their men. But anyway, my grandmother being single, you know, she was working just so they could eat. And so anyhow, my mom learned how to be very frugal from my grandmother, because they really knew how to pinch a penny. So, I mean, they buy, you know, any kind of little plastic container that came with food in it at the grocery store. Let's say, for instance, a butter tub, you know. Well, they would save that butter tub and the lid and use it for leftovers, you know, and they wouldn't waste it. The twist ties off of bread wrappers, you know, my grandmother would save those type of things. And so my mom learned how to be frugal, and those are just a couple of small examples. But anyway, my mother learned how to be frugal. And I remember very clearly growing up at home, where my mom was very meticulous about using the last of something, like the bottom of the mayonnaise jar. You know, it wasn't enough to just scrape it with the knife. She wanted me to get the rubber spatula out and get, you know, that last little half of a teaspoon, whatever was left in there. And so anyhow, because of being raised like that, you know, we were taught to always eat what was on our plate, you know, not to waste food. Don't take any more than what you think you can eat, you know, and just all kinds of things like that. Anyway, so because these don't seem to be used up, I'm inclined to keep them and use some of this serum that I've been saving, so that I can use them again. As crazy as that sounds. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you think I'm crazy. If you think I'm crazy for doing that, then I don't know. This little packet was like $3.99. So some of the sheet masks that I get are as cheap as 67 cents a piece. And so for $3.99 for this little pair of eye patches, I'm just like, I want to get my money's worth out of it, you know. And I feel like if I could use them, you know, 2 or 3 times, 4 or 5 times, whatever, you know. So anyway, that's me. That's me. You just have to know me. My husband says I'm a pack rat, but I'm not really. I'm really not. I'm just conservative, and I don't like to waste things. And you know, if it wasn't for leftovers, we would just probably starve to death, because I'm not the kind of person to fix a meal and then just throw out whatever's left over. You know, we just don't do that. So anyhow, I'm like that with makeup and just everything. That's my approach, you know, to being a good steward over my resources. You know, I like to manage money in such a way that, you know, I'm not wasting it. And part of that money management is to, you know, be a good steward over the things that we have. Take care of the things that you have. You know, take stitching time saves 9. You know, take care of your clothes. If you see a little tear, go ahead and stitch it up, and that way it doesn't turn into a great big hole and you wind up throwing the garment out. You know, so, but my mom would darn socks, and, you know, she would do all kinds of stuff. And I mean, nowadays, I mean, there's young people that don't even really know what darning socks is, you know, which I'm not putting anybody down for not knowing stuff, but it's just not a part of our culture nowadays. You know, those days seem like they're long gone. Anyway, that's just, you know, that's just part of who I am. What was instilled inside of me as a child. And, you know, and you grow up with all that in your home, and it just stays with you. So anyway, that was my little story time for today. But my skin feels awesome. Very, very hydrated. I mean, it's just really good. So I got about 5 hours of sleep last night. And so I haven't had any coffee yet this morning, but I'm about to drink some. But anyway, I'm going to put makeup on. I've got a meeting to attend today. It's an all-day thing. And so anyhow, I want to look fresh and refreshed. And so even though I didn't get hardly enough sleep, you know, I just feel like that little bit of hydration plus concealer is really going to benefit me. Ooh, I had a hiccup. It's going to benefit me a whole lot today. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and share my mask with you and chit-chat for a minute and just let you know that I really think that the Tony Moly line is a good line, you know, for masks. So I'm going to, you know, that was my little trial, and I'm gonna try some more from when I get a chance, you know, to order some more. So anyhow, that's it for today. Mask Monday. Woohoo! Love Mask Mondays. So anyway, share the video with your friends and make sure you have subscribed if you haven't already, and click that notification bell. Down below are the comments, and I'll be sure to chat back with you. And we'll see you next time. God bless you today is my prayer. Bye-bye.